how I did it for you last semester, AFM, AMA. What I intend to do is to have a very intensive special revision class for AFRA. And how are we going to do it? It's very, very easy. Of course, as you work out those big topics, group consolidation, cash flows, etc., in my special revision class, and this will work for you magic. I'll be doing the theories and the small standards. All the theories, I'll be able to touch all the theories and the small standards. So standards like now, which ones? Like last semester, they brought us IFRS. They gave us IFRS 9 on financial instruments. All right. Those are the kind of standards I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm so sure if I do them this side, and then of course on the other side, you are doing now those heavy liftings in terms of bigger questions. I'm so sure every student will be perfect. We want in this case here to have RCM now being the biggest home of the AFRA, especially this semester moving forward. My network is unstable. Is that the case? I don't know. My network is unstable. My network is unstable. Just 1 minute. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we shall continue. I hope it shall improve with time. I hope it shall improve with time. So, and this is how I intend to fix your AFR problems. I hope now you are able to hear Mwalimu. I hope now you are able to hear Mwalimu. All right. So remember, this subject, ladies and gentlemen, is both quantitative and qualitative. Remember, when we talk of FRA or AFRA, we are going to do our reporting like we discussed yesterday using the famous FESG model. FESG model. That we have to prepare financial reports. F, we must prepare financial reports. E, we must prepare environmental reports. Environmental reports. S, we must prepare what we call social reports. How social are we? Are we a socially responsible organization? And then G, we must prepare what we call governance reports. Governance reports. All right. So when we prepare reports like that, using this FESG concept, basically, ladies and gentlemen, we are preparing what we call integrated reports. We are preparing what we call integrated reports. We are preparing what we call integrated reports. Tell him I'll call him after 30 minutes. We are preparing what we call integrated reports. All right. So we are putting together financials, environment, social, and the governance reports together with what here. So that to integrate is to put together. To integrate is to put together. So then if it is integrated reports, that is a major component in your syllabus. You're supposed to come and read this. Integrated reports. We just come here and I'll be able to share with you this book if you are in the paid group of RCM, because we also need you to pay RCM. So this is really a highly summarized book which has got AFRA notes. So an integrated report, you can see here, tells its users how the reporting entity creates value in the short, medium, and long term. Now, my very good students, please remember, Why are we doing financial and non-financial reporting? It's because of sustainability reporting. We described with yourselves what sustainability reporting stands for. An organization can only be sustainable if today it is chasing its financial goals while it is serving people today, but without compromising the livelihoods of our future generations. And these livelihoods of our future generations will only be taken care of if today, because of our activities, the environment that we are spoiling, we are able to make good. Are we planting trees? What are we doing with our carbon emissions? If we are able to make good in terms of these carbon emissions by planting trees, in this case here by ensuring that our carbon footprint is reducing, etc., then we are going to be fair to the future generations. It's by being fair to the future generations that our organization shall be sustainable. And I gave you a very good example. Like RCM College, ladies and gentlemen, we are registered publishers. So in this case here, we are printing books. We print books out of papers. These papers are coming from trees. So if we keep on just consuming our trees, our paperwork today, without thinking of planting trees ourselves, where shall we be able to get these papers in future from? Nowhere. So every organization has to think about sustainability. And you can only think about sustainability if you are working with what we call, like they tested at last semester, triple P line. Yeah, triple P, you are chasing profits. You must always chase profits. Triple P. So we have profits. We have people, the social element. You shall be good to your employees. You shall be good to the surrounding community. Build primary schools, secondary schools for the surrounding community to take their children to those schools. People. Then we have the planet, which basically is us taking care of what here? The environment. By doing that, and then as an accountant, you now report on the profits, people, and then the planet. We say that you are doing an integrated report. And anybody who is doing an integrated report, then is creating value for this organization today, medium term, and long term. Long term. Otherwise, if you say like how it used to be initially, financial reporting was all about just profit statement, balance sheet only, we were only looking at the interest of the shareholder. So shareholder, that means what? A lot of being greedy. Because if you're only looking at profits, it means that you steal from the employees. You won't be able to pay employees good salaries, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be able to steal from your customers. You'll not be able to give your customers good quality. So that means that your long-term position will be jeopardized. So when you think about integrated reports, it tells the users how the reporting entity, which is RCM, creates value today, tomorrow, and in the long term because of sustainability. Value is conceptualized in terms of capitals. The integrated reporting framework identifies 6 capitals, and you must cram these for the sake of your exams. We have financial capital, what we are able to manufacture our buildings, etc. manufactured capital. We have intellectual and human capital, very, very important. So human, these are our employees. Intellectual capital, of course, we are looking at our brands. Yeah, have we been able to trademark them? The trademarks. Yeah, then we have social. Ladies and gentlemen, this organization shall be always a social entity. You shall be able to engage in corporate social responsibilities. You shall be able to relate with other companies like KRA optimally, very well. Otherwise, you will not be sustainable. And then we have our natural capital, the sunlight, the minerals, etc. An integrated report should detail the impact that the reporting entity's business model has on the full range of those capitals which you must cram. If you look at your past papers very well, this is something, if I were you, I would even screenshot this. They'll always ask for the contents of an integrated report. So an integrated report must have various chapters, yeah, various paragraphs, Yeah, where, for example, you talk about the future outlook of RCM. So for example, as a manager, I'll be able to say that RCM, the way we are growing today, we think in the next 3-4 years, we should be RCM University. Give us the organizational overview, the products that we have today. We have a board, etc. What are we able to produce today? Which product is doing very well? Give us an overview. Where did you start from? RCM has been there for the last 16 years. So give us a story. Governance, I mean, what is the governance model that we have? We have our board. Who are the board members? Give us the experience of each member from the board. Tell us, ladies and gentlemen, who are full-time directors, and in this case, who are part-time directors. We call them independent directors. Yeah, tell us the opportunities and risks that exist. Like currently as RCM, we have got so much opportunities. I mean, when I look at RCM today, I mean, even when I will really be working very hard, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that we list RCM, I would want you to buy our shares because this is going to become a big entity. That one I can tell you. Currently, if you look at your WhatsApp groups for the paid students, I mean, I don't think there is any college that can easily match us. All right. So we have opportunities, first of all, of making this a great TVET institution, offering even these other courses like that's a whole opportunity. If today I was able to get a very good hospital to partner with, I can offer a very robust nursing course. There are many opportunities. But again, remember, there is nothing good which doesn't have risks. So for risks, ladies and gentlemen, for example, as RCM, I'm just giving you example with RCM because that's what I'm really conversant with. As RCM risks, of course, I can see AI. That's a big risk. There's a very big risk that this AI, as it develops, yeah, these students in this case here, once they start like now creating robots to teach, those robots can easily teach better than us in the future, like 2-3 years. So there is that risk. Yeah, there is a big possibility of us becoming a big institution. But also, given how AI is growing, we cannot, ladies and gentlemen, just bury our head in the sand thinking that everything will be nice. No, there is a risk there, a danger. Then you must talk about strategy and resource allocation. What strategies do we have? How are we allocating resources, ladies and gentlemen? Then business model, how are we raising our money outside here? Then we have what we call performance. So now come and give us the performance, the income statement, etc. How did you perform last year? When you take all these components, put them together, you'll be able to get what we call an integrated report. Now, before I finish this, because I'm finishing this in the next 10 minutes, management commentary, what we call MDAs, management discussions and analysis. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember, as managers, you must always have a whole section where you discuss about your company, about your performance. And the management discussions and analysis, we expect at the very least 3 people to talk. Who are these people? We expect the chairman of the board to talk here. So I'm downloading EABL, yeah, integrated report, integrated report, integrated report. For you to be able to see these things practically, because also realize that nowadays, people are going to these exams. Yeah, people are going to these exams. People are going to these exams, ladies and gentlemen, thinking that everything is about just numbers, forgetting that we have a lot of qualitative work, a lot of theories that normally save students, a lot of theories that normally save students big time. Big time. All right, so here I am, my good students. So you can see, for example, here, I happen to be having an integrated report for one of these great companies. This is called East African Breweries Limited. So you can see our material matters. They're talking about water, the environment, our governance, financial statements, notice of annual general meeting, about our report scope and boundary. This integrated report, they're calling it an integrated report, covers the fiscal year ended 30th June 2025 and provides a concise and comprehensive overview of the business model, those things we discussed. overview of the business and the general business model of this. It encompasses information regarding our company's strategy, governance, we spoke about this, material risks, approach to operating responsibly, as well as financial and non-financial performance. We spoke about these components. I hope you're able to see them. Our objective is to deliver a cohesive and an inclusive report to our current and potential investors that reflect how we create value for our stakeholders. And really, that is about, integrated reporting. It's about how you create value in the short term, medium term, and long term. Now, framework, it is the integrated report follows the principles, blah, 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 blah. Materiality, so many great things are here, ladies and gentlemen. When you continue, our essence, who we are, our business model, engaging with stakeholders, great stuff. So, step, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, here, every step, every drop of alcohol, quite unfortunately, but we shall overcome, is crafted for tomorrow. I like how they're thinking about longevity, how they're having their vision there. Our essence, who are we? EABL is the leading branded alcohol beverage business in East Africa. Our footprint, of course, we know that they are in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. I'm just showing you this for you to know. So our journey from 1922 to 2025, they are more than 100 years. That's why the other day they were celebrating 100 years old, 100 years bold. You can see now they are showcasing, because you must show us your products. When you're giving us your overview, you must show us your products. You can see in this case here, they have some brands which have grown to become global giants, like Johnny Walker, Guinness, Made of More. We have in this case here Captain Morgan, etc. The beer brands, etc. And I'm not marketing beer, please. I just want you to use this as accountants to understand. So then you can see, ladies and gentlemen, what they're talking about there. Then our business model. Business model is how do we make money? Then they make money from this concept of grain, which they grind to glass business that operates with the simple purpose of supporting our consumers in celebrating life every day, everywhere. We deliver our strategic priorities through a business model that has the consumer at heart and puts our responsibilities to our stakeholders front and center. Great statement. Realized through our capital inputs. Is there somebody who is able to remember those capitals we spoke about? There are 6 of them. Do you remember those capitals and integrated reporting? Somebody mentioned them. Talk to us this morning. Talk to us. There are 6 of them. We have financial, social capital, manufactured capital, intellectual capital, natural capital. Thank you so much. Only one left. Human capital, human and social. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Performance, no. Performance is not one of them. This is a component. Birechi, this is a component of an IR report. Manufactured capital, the buildings, etc. So our resources impacting those stakeholders, etc., ladies and gentlemen. You can see here intellectual, you can see social and relationship, How are you guys? And I had time, ladies and gentlemen. I'll download this report and read it through. Because now this is financial reporting. This is what will be expected to be producing once you become a CFO. Natural capital, it's organized very well. And if you also search for these other big entities like Kenya Airways, their reports are all of them organized like this. Financial, human, and they're explaining very well. If it's human, we view our people as our most important asset. We invest in their progress, build the most effective teams, and support their well-being through progressive policies and fostering of an inclusive growth culture. We generate social economic value, blah, 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 blah. The social and relationships, communities, suppliers, consumers, right? We must be social to them. Look at this organization. Say hello, our flavor with a zest. Well, this is in Uganda. It's a big brand in Uganda. So the thing that I would want, ladies and gentlemen, in this case here to just show you is what we call the management discussions and analysis. Management discussions and analysis. You should be able to see the chairman saying something. Martin Odur. Yeah, you can see he's here. Yeah. So as the chairman, you must tell us something. In this report, we see EABL deliver a consistent set of results driven by volume recovery, of course, after COVID-19, innovation, and operational excellence. For example, right now, their biggest innovation is in terms of coming up with the sweet drinks. They have so many sweet drinks, but please don't try them. Is there somebody who can tell us one of those particular brands of EABL that is quite sweet? Somebody who is able to tell us that one brand that is quite sweet. Please talk to me. I'm pretty sure you guys don't drink, but you must have seen this on advertisements. They're ever there. They are ever there. Guarana, yeah. Yeah. Great. TK, I've never heard of that one. First Street, I don't know whether First Street is done by EAPL. That's Kasaida, yes. That's Kasaida, yes. That's Kasaida, yes. Yeah. So you see now that is what they're calling innovation. KO, I don't know KO. I don't know KO. Is Balozi sweet? I don't know. Guinness Cooper, is it sweet? Vincent, if this is sweet, then Vincent, you must be spoiled. I have to believe this must be one of those bitter plants. Manyata, I don't know. Manyata, is Manyata done by EABL? Is Manyata done by EABL? So, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be able to stop there. I'll be able to meet you tomorrow at the very same time to continue with this theory part. I'll be able to share this particular I'll be able to share this particular book in the paid group. It has got summarized notes, highly summarized notes, and it will be very important that you join our AFR paid group for you to enjoy these sessions. So I know it has been brief because you told me you were stealing your employer's time, all right? And we'll be always keeping them if like that. So remember, this is our number. Yeah, 0793 555 000, 0719 525 000. We charge 4,800 per paper. So if you would want to know the pay bill, etc., for you to join these great classes, and we have all papers for you to join these great classes, ladies and gentlemen, and ensure that you get our pay bill right. This is our pay bill. Pay bill. Account number, it's AFR. Yeah. AFM. So remember, 4,800 is per paper. So if you're paying for two papers, you say 4,800 times 2, 9,600. And then you write AFR, AFM. So it has been a pleasure hosting you now. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys later. Bye-bye. We must conquer this curse name. We shall overcome this semester. We shall overcome. We shall overcome through dedication. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.